Well, in this video we want to create pop-up window using Dreamweaver. So first of all you have to click on the HTML button here to create web page. So in this configuration you can click on this display here, which show either the code display in the top of the window, and in the middle you have the creation display. So now we want to create a pop-up window by clicking on a text, for instance, or for instance by clicking on the picture. So we have to write here a sentence like this. I write this text for my pop-up window. Now you enter, click on enter and correct return. Okay, so you can see in this video that in the display code we have automatically a p tag that was created inserting my sentence. Okay, so now I select here my text and I want to add a behavior when I click on my text, on my sentence. I want that pop-up window appears. So to do that, after selecting my text, I choose in the menu bar to click on the window tab here and select behaviors. So after selecting this behavior, you have a new window on the right of the window here that appears on the right of the screen here, whose name is behaviors. Actually, no behaviors was added to my web page. So in this case, I want to click on the plus button here, and you select open the browse window, the browser's window. After clicking, a pop-up wizard appears here, and in this window you have to fill the URL to be seen in the pop-up window. That is the file that will open in the pop-up window. So you can choose it by clicking on the browse button here, and because you are in your website, so you can choose either a text file or a picture file, or why not a video. Here for this example we can choose here a picture file, for instance this one. So you select this file and validate by OK, and second time you click on OK. Then you have to choose the size of the window. First of all, the width. For instance, we can choose 300 pixels as width, and the same amount, and the same amount, that is 300 pixels for the height of the window. Then you can choose by clicking on checkbox here some attributes for your window, your pop-up window. So I want to have a menu bar and, for instance, some scrolling bars. And then you can add a name for the window. Here the name must be without special characters like underscore or slash or etc., and without any space. So in my case, why not? The name is my pop-up window. And then I click on OK. Then automatically something happens. First of all, in the behavior window, so we have here a new behavior that appears, okay, and correlatively we have the corresponding behavior in the code display. So we will see here first that something automatically was generated by Dreamweaver, which is some JavaScript code, and we see that on the method onMouseOver correspond a new function whose name is mm_openBrWindow with several parameters, 3 parameters. The first one is between simple quotes here, and all the second here, my pop-up window, is the name of my window. The first one is the URL of my window, and after some features that we have added. So all these parameters are separated by a comma here. So you can see here that for instance, as we haven't saved our work, the URL is in an absolute format, and when we save our work, it will appear in a relative format. For instance, we save our work by the combination tab of combination key Ctrl+S, and I choose, for instance, pop-up, pop-up windows here, and click on save. So you see here that the URL changes, and now the format is a relative format. Okay, so what is exactly this new function? To see that, you go on the top of the page here, and between head, the tag head, and slash head, there is something new, which is a new meta tag, a new tag, which is a script tag. Here, script type equal text / JavaScript, and we have here the function, name function, the reserved name function, and the name of the corresponding function. So mm_openBrWindow with the 3 parameters of this function, and the method here, window.open, is JavaScript method. Okay, then we click here on your text in the display, in the creation display, and we will change the method here. We don't want that it is an unmouse over method, but here by clicking in the scrolling area here, so we will have only an on-click method, and automatically here the unmouse over is replaced by an unclick method. Then we save work here, and we want to see what happens in your favorite browser. So I click on F12 or Control F12, and now we are in our favorite browser. So we can click everywhere in the window and nothing happens. But if you click on the text here, the pop-up window appears. So you can close the window here and re-click on the text, and so the pop-up appears. Well, but it's not so easy to understand what we have to do. So we go back to Dreamweaver, and we have to change some things about our pop-up window. So we don't want that. This pop-up in window appears when clicking on the text, because we don't know what to do when we see only this text. We want to replace this by a text link. It's very simple to do, because we have only to replace the p tag by an anchor tag, a, href, equal, etc. So we will do this very quickly. So in the code display, we click here, and we replace the p tag by a tag, a href equal, and here you left the href attribute empty here, and at the end here you replace the /p tag by a /a tag, and then you can actualize. So, and you see in the creation display that we create a text link. We save the work, and we see in our favorite browser. And now we have a link, a text link, and we know that if we click on the link, something must happen. And effectively, when we click on the link, so the pop-up appears. So we have seen in this video how to create very quickly and easily a pop-up window with Dreamweaver.